I worked at a restaurant for 10 years before this, cooking, managing, and waitressing. My sister works evening shifts here and said they had an opening and that I should try applying because she thought I'd be a good fit. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. I've never done manufacturing before. I've never worked in a large company of any sort. I applied, they hired me, and I've absolutely loved it. It's great. My name is Janine Peters. I've been working at Lowe's for just shy of a year now. We make windows and doors for customers all over America, sometimes overseas. I was more nervous about the drastic change because, restaurant work to plant manufacturing, but I was mostly surprised by how kind everyone was and how clean it was. Like I was genuinely surprised by how clean it was. I just figured it would be dust everywhere and it'd be disgusting, but it wasn't.
They started a program on my reserve to get people into manufacturing. And I heard about that and I jumped on it right away. My name is Greg Clark. I work at Monarch Industry. I've been here for just over 8 years. Monarch Industries constructs and builds hydraulic cylinders. There are many aspects I enjoy about what I'm doing right now. I feel accomplished that I was part of a team to assemble a cylinder. Not only one cylinder, but more likely like hundreds and hundreds of cylinders throughout our one shift. Our company builds for the world, right? It's not only just local, but the fact that somebody is using them in a productive manner, like that feels good because like farmers are using our cylinders to produce food for the rest of the world. That feels good.
Because I was in the food industry, and this B-Made is a food producer, I was quality control and looking for a quality control position here, and then we ended up getting to I got put into a manufacturing role, which was surprising and turned out to be great. My name's Dallas Burke. I have worked at B-Made for about 14 months now, and so far it's been a great place to work. At B-Made here, we're one of the largest honey producers in Western Canada. We don't add anything to the honey, it's just straight up honey straight from our producers, right to bottles into your grocery stores. They've been really great in training me, because that's the really key thing is once they train you for your role, then you know how to do your job, you've got a position, you've got a purpose, and yeah, it wasn't nerve-wracking after day 2.
It's such a security for me that I hadn't had before, and I'd been at the restaurant for 10 years. So to have something where at the beginning of the week I can say, oh yeah, by Thursday 4:30 I'm done. I can plan anything after that for my, and 3-day weekends, amazing. I had 1-day weekends at the restaurant. The security I get here is so good, and being able to actually have benefits as well, that's something that was super foreign to me. That's something I hadn't experienced either. It's such a nice thing to fall back on, knowing that, oh, just because I didn't get as many tips this week means that, can I make rent? It's just no, I can make rent every month.
I will say I've only been here for 14 months, and I didn't know what to expect, but I can already see career growth, and I'm very excited for that because I had to start in a different industry from my trade. I was a mechanic by trade, and so now I've gone into the manufacturing industry. I can start my career and go into a way that I choose and as I see fit. Everyone relies on everyone else down the line, in the production line, and if somebody's having a bit of a hard time, it's okay. The rest of the team will swoop in and make sure that you're doing well and you're doing okay, because everyone relies on everybody else. And so that team and support is really solid. It's a very easy thing to get into, and it's really nice as a work environment. If you haven't had it before, it's fantastic.
It really allowed me to let my guard down amongst the whole world, I guess. And I learned how to do that inside this building. The majority of it I learned how to do inside this building. just because of the work environment, because of the people that are in here. I think that's why I've been here so long. I've grown with my coworkers. We've developed a nice work relationship. And I myself can and would call them my friends.
It's just a very natural feeling. Everyone feels like it's okay to come in, do your job. You don't have to socialize if you don't too much if you don't want to, but you can if you want to as well. It's a very easy environment to get in. Just get in, do your job, start working, and do your day.
If you think manufacturing isn't for you, if you think it's too dirty, too hard, too physical, too possibly dangerous, it's not. The company will take care of you to make it appeasing for you, to keep you there too. They don't want to just give you the bare minimum. They want you to be happy to be there.
I would suggest that if any women, girls, non-binary folks would want to step into the manufacturing industry, I would strongly encourage them to. It's also very empowering. Like if I buy my own house, I can do some renovations by myself now with the things that I've learned here, like all the power tools I've learned how to use, all the different wood types that I've learned how to work with and everything like that. It's very, very empowering. And to anybody that finds it daunting to come into manufacturing, I would just absolutely just do it. Just hand in that resume and, you know, just go for it. And you'll find people that, like, you'll find people that work with you super, super well.
I like to leave here feeling that I've earned my pay. You know, I was productive and I've earned it. And not only that is that I've trained another person to be part of this team. So now, like, they could earn their pay, now they could support their family. And when I asked them later on, I said, have you received a full paycheck yet? And they say, yeah. And I said, well, what do you think? And they say, I like it. I said, well, good, stick around. You know, why not, right?
In this day and age, there's a lot of digital things out there, right? So it's very nice to be able to hold a product in your hand and go, we made that. It was Mother's Day recently. I gave my mom a bottle of honey that we signed out of the facility. It was still warm off the line, right? And it was cool. We had honey on toast.
I definitely was surprised by how rewarding I found it. It sounds super cheesy, but growing up we had this big picture window, right? And I lived on a farm. And one of my favorite things to do would be sit with my mom and look out the window and just, like, you know, look at our acreage and whatnot. And to know that I've helped make that for somebody so that they can sit there and enjoy that with somebody else is just a really pleasant feeling. And just at the end of the day, that's what I like to think of, because somebody, you know, buys a door or a window and they might not think of anything of it, right? But I do.